So I'll say Shabbat Shalom. Welcome everyone, and I hope this will be edifying for you. I hope you will take notes and pay close attention to the Spirit of the Most High as we bring forth more on temptation, or being tempted by the tempter, and dealing with your own personal lust. It's come from your mind and your emotions and your impulses that have you react a certain way, necessarily not the right way, but we're going to look at this, go into it, because you got to resist temptation. And when you resist, then you show yourself that you have endured, because the endurance of eliminating temptation will bring about patience and temperance and all the qualities that the Most High would have us have to please Him. Because it's all about pleasing Him. But see, this world have you so that you think you only need to please yourself. But what about pleasing Him? And the only way you please Him is to do what He say do. You have to eliminate your lust, which is all these emotions and desires that is contrary to how the Most High would have us be. So Colossians 3:17 as always. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, whatever you say, whatever you do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. By Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, in the name of the Lord and Savior. That's how we give thanks to the Most High, by Mashiach Yahushua, and through Mashiach Yahushua, as He said in John 14:6, no man cometh to the Father but by me. So let's continue with this, because it's a lot we have to look at. So we got to get rid of our personal lust, emotions, and impulses, reacting the way that this world would have you react from being programmed from slavery to now, and look at how people are reacting and dealing with their own life in darkness, spiritually in darkness, I'll say, spiritually ignorant, because they don't really know enough of the Spirit of the Most High. They don't know the Most High. The Most High has His right hand and His left hand. And when you understand that we are subject to His right hand and left hand, and it's a way that we got to come out of being in subjection to His left hand by coming to the righteous side of the Most High, which is His right hand, where Mashiach Yahushua gave us the examples of how it could be done throughout the Bible. Not just when He came in the flesh, but He had to come in the flesh because the sacrifices wasn't doing any good. Most High wasn't satisfied with no sacrifices. Therefore, He sent His only begotten Son to sacrifice Himself for the children of Israel, that we can come back to Him. And that's how the Most High showed us that He loves us.
Q&A mode is on. Participants may now unmute themselves. Presentation mode is on. Only organizers can be heard.
Now let's go to Luke, the 22nd chapter, and let's start at verse 1. Luke 22:1. Now the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, meaning the feast of unleavened bread during the time of the Passover, is right after Passover, the day after Passover, the feast of unleavened bread drew near, which is called the Passover, you see? Which is called the Passover. We honored this feast. It's a feast that the Most High told us we're supposed to honor every year. And the chief priests and scribes sought how they might kill Him. How they might kill Mashiach Yahushua. Remember, the feast of Passover is drawing near. And they have a council, the priests And the scribes sought how they might kill him, Mashiach, for they feared the people. Then entered Satan into Judas, surnamed Iscariot, being of the number of the 12. You see there? Satan entered into Judas Iscariot. So how does this happen? That's why most people look at, okay, well, he operating by himself. No, he's not operating on his own. He's not doing this by himself. He's under the orders of the Most High. But if you don't know the Most High in such a way, you wouldn't have known. You would have no clue. Let me give you an example. Go to 2 Samuel 24:1. Let me show you something that it was against the law, really, to censor Israel. I mean, the countless. Let me show you something. 2 Samuel 24:1. Just give you an example how. I'm not going to go deep into it because I want to continue with this topic, but I'm going to show you one example. 2 Samuel 24:1. And again, the anger of the Most High was kindled against Israel. So the Most High anger was kindled against the 12 tribes of Israel. And he moved David against them to say, go, number Israel and Judah. That's the northern tribes and the southern tribes. Because we were all together as 12 tribes at this time. How did he do it? That's the question. How did he do it? Because remember, the anger of the Most High was kindled against we, the children of Israel. And he moved David. The Most High moved David against them to say, go number Israel and Judah. How did he do it? 1 Chronicles 21:1. 1 Chronicles 21:1. And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. Now, it shouldn't take a rocket science to see how the Most High moved David in his anger, in the Most High's anger, to go and number or censor Israel. That's how it was done. And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. So what happened? Satan got into the mind of David and had him to number Israel. Just like we just read about Satan getting into the mind of Judas Iscariot. When you read Job, the 1st chapter, the 6th verse down, when Satan told the Most High, let me show you. I gotta, because there might be someone that's hearing this for the first time and not really understanding how everything works in the spirit. But you see, Job 1 and 6. Now there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before the Most High, and Satan came also among them. So Satan is the son of the Most High on the left-hand side. And the Most High said unto Satan, whence cometh thou? Then Satan answered the Most High and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it, like the Catholics do that sign on their chest, to and fro and up and down like a cross, representing Satan. But see, you don't understand it because you don't know where it comes from. But he just said, going to and fro up and down in the earth, seeing who can devour. And the Most High said unto Satan, check this, the Most High. Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feared the Most High and eschewed of evil? So that's let you know, all you holy and endowed people. Most High say, ain't nobody good. He the only one good. Mashiach wouldn't even allow them to call him a good master. It's only one good, that's the Most High. He's all in all. So the Most High asked Satan, have he considered Job, that he's a perfect man, upright, doing the laws of the Most High, following his rules and regulations and everything. Just let you know, no matter how holy you think you are, the Most High can visit your butt like he did Job. These are examples that we have. Listen what Satan said, verse 9. Then Satan answered the Most High and said, does Job fear the Most High for nothing? Has not thou made a hedge about him and about his house and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. He's rich. You made him rich, Most High. Listen what he asked him though. But put forth thine hand now. What hand? His left hand. And touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. He's asking him to put forth his hand. In other words, let me go deal with him. Take away his protection. Let me go deal with Job. And I'll have him curse you to your face. But he asked for permission. Even though the Most High asked Satan, have you considered my servant Job? This is the Most High, who we serve. And the Most High, verse 12, the Most High said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. He said, think about it. You might can put forth your hand. He told him, you cannot touch Job. Say, all that he have, all this material wealth that he have, you can touch it all. But you can't touch him. But it says, only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Most High. So let me just show you how this links up with what we just read in Luke. Let's go back here so you can see how this all links up. Luke 22:3. Then entered Satan into Judas. Then entered Satan into Judas, surnamed Iscariot, okay, being of the number of the 12, one of the 12 apostles. So let's look at it. We're going to see it right here. So now, the Most High gave Satan the order so he could touch all that Job had, everything he had, everything, but you can't touch Job. So listen. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Most High. Verse 13, Job 1:13. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing and the asses feeding beside them, and the Sabeans fell upon them and took them away. Yeah, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. So what happened? Satan got to the minds of the Sabeans and had them kill Job's servants and take away his oxen were plowing, and the asses feeding beside them. Killed the servants. So what happened? Satan got into the minds of the Sabeans. Verse 16, while he was just speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of the Most High is fallen from heaven and hath burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them, and I only am escaped alone to tell them. So now he allowed Satan to have power over lightning. While he was just speaking, there came also another and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands, 3 armies, and fell upon the camels, and have carried them away. So Satan got to the minds of the Chaldeans. They made 3 bands of armies, fell upon the camels, and have carried them away, took Job's camels, and slain the servants, killed the servants with the edge of the sword. And I only escaped alone to tell them. See? Just showing you how Satan gets to the minds of people and have them do what he want to do, because most people don't know the left hand of Most High. Look, Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Most High, do all these things. So he create evil, just like he just created evil against Job just now. Now who are you to think that he can't create evil against you? Because you holier than thou. You better think again. Look, this our power, Isaiah 53:10. Yet it pleased the Most High, the bruise of Mashiach Yahushua, his only begotten Son. He hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Most High shall prosper in his hand. It pleased the Most High, the bruise his only begotten Son. So don't think that you're so righteous that you can't be touched. Nah, none of us are. At any time. That's why we're going to go through affliction. We're going to go through persecution. You got to endure. You can't give up. Going back to Luke 22. He that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. Luke 22:3. Then entered Satan into Judas Sirte Iscariot, being of the number of the 12. And he went his way and communed with the chief priests and captains, traitors, how he might betray him unto them. How he might betray Mashiach Yahushua unto them. Remember, they want to kill him. And they were glad and confident to give him money. And he promised and sought opportunity to betray him unto them in the absence of the multitude. That's why look at a whole bunch of traitors, man, a whole bunch of snitches that we have in our nation then and now. Then and now. It's no different than it was then. Look, this is what Mashiach Yahushua told Simon Peter, went over how he said he built his church under the rock, who Peter's name means. He told him in verse 31, Luke 22:31, and the Most High said through Mashiach Yahushua, Simon, Simon, Simon Peter, the head apostle, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for thee. So I pray for you, Peter, that thy faith fail not. So you understand this. Shaitan wants you, but you got weak faith. So he said, I prayed. This is what Mashiach Yahushua said. He prayed that your faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. He said, when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. And he said unto him, Mashiach, I am ready to go with thee, both in the prison and the death. And he said, I tell thee, Peter. So I'm ready, Peter, big bold Peter. I'm ready to go to prison and to death with you. But he wasn't really ready. That's what Mashiach told him. And he said, I tell thee, Peter, the cock shall not crow this day before thou hast Christ 3 times denied that thou knowest me. So you're going to deny the fact that you know me 3 times. And he did. It's a hard price we gotta pay, y'all. Y'all gotta understand. This isn't an easy flight, and some people are weak because they don't believe. Therefore, they run amok. They run astray, or they try and do this in their own way. It's gonna be hard. But you gotta be hard and gird up your loins like a man and